Yeah, I mean, yeah, regulatory enforcement is definitely happening right now. There's no doubt about it anymore. People desperately were suggesting that they wanted clarity, regulatory clarity, and I think this might not be the clarity they wanted, but you are getting clarity now. And I don't necessarily. I take a bit of issue with the way they're doing it now. It does feel like, although I have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. No one does, right? Maybe the SEC is reaching out to these companies and these individuals like repeatedly and trying to work with. I have no idea.
Well, on the note of regulatory clarity, which you brought up there, back when John Reed Stark was on, we talked about how, in some sense, there has been a lot of clarity, right? Like the Dow report way back in like the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018 or whenever the SEC actually finished that thing, basically said all these ICO models and stuff are securities. And different communications since then have outlined some of the other stuff, like the airdrops and other consideration can be sale of securities as well. It was just never taken that seriously. And like we saw referenced in the Justin Sun lawsuit, the Dow report and some of the earlier SEC communications about airdrops and stuff. And like used as part of this argument that Justin obviously should have known that this behavior was breaking the SEC's recommendations because they had previously issued these reports and these communications and stuff like that. And as this person in this industry, he was clearly going to be aware of them or was negligent in not knowing them. And in the same sense, the SEC has basically said, not in so many words, but that they want these exchanges to come in and basically act like securities exchanges and be registered as securities exchanges. And none of them really want to do that because that's a far less profitable and beneficial model for them. And so they act as though there hasn't been clarity, even on issues on which the SEC has relatively clearly communicated. Like the Dow report is, I think, a really compelling piece of like crypto history to read because it shows the SEC's thinking on a whole bunch of these different token systems and when they aren't securities. But it's like very rarely cited by these figureheads in the crypto industry.